It feels great. It feels amazing. It's wild. I watched all the movies. I saw all the movies. I used to watch Beast Wars, which was like one of my favorite TV shows. And when I read the script and I found out that Primal and Cheetor and all of the beasts from Beast Wars were going to be in this movie, or most of them, I was like very excited to be doing this kind of film and bring this adventure, like, you know what I'm saying, this kind of movie to the hood. I mean, that for me was what I was most excited about. Plus doing it with my friend who's also from Brooklyn. She grew up in East New York, Dom, and I grew up in Bushwick. So and it's cool. I think it was something about these like fantastical beasts, just like being able to do these like crazy things, and like you still connecting to. There was almost a sense of family with the Beast Wars too, like where between Cheetor and Rhinox and Primal, and like they had this thing where it was like you're seeing all these different animals come together, but then they like transform into these other things, you know what I'm saying? And they fight together and they protect each other and they love each other and they really like, they go to war together. And it was like this, just, I think what was so cool about it was just like the kinship between them and like, you know, and how like relatable they felt, you know, like it was crazy. Like, wow, how do I feel like I feel this gorilla? You know, like I feel this cheetah, you know what I'm saying? Stephen Caple was like, yo, like our director, Stephen Caple Jr. was like, what do you want to bring to this movie? Like, what is your goal? And I said more than anything, I really want to bring heart to this film. I want people to not only care about the robots, but to care about the humans and to care about the relationship between the humans and the robots. Like, why do we need the humans, right? We need them just as much as the robots and vice versa, you know, and get into the heart of that. And I think that's what to me makes this piece so interesting, is like connecting these human beings to these giant, massive robot aliens, you know what I'm saying? These things that, you know, these two species that should never be connected at all, right? Like, and isn't that like a message for the world, right? Like these, like whoever you are, wherever you're from, right? Like there's a common ground, you know, between anyone, right? Everyone, really. We all have something in common, no matter where we come from or whatever. And I think that's what's so cool about this film, is like we use robots to tell that kind of story, and humans and that relationship between them, and then adding on the Maximals, which we've never seen in any of these films, and seeing, you know, the Autobots meet the Maximals, and then the Maximals meet us, and then us meet the Autobots, and all, you know, and then us come together and work together to fight to save the world, you know. I think there's something special in that. I play Noah Diaz. He is from Brooklyn. He was former military. And Noah's very, Noah's now with his mom and is living with his brother. His brother's ill. And Noah's just trying to find a way to support his family. Noah is this guy who just, he wants to do the right thing. Sometimes he doesn't quite know what that is. But at the core of his decision making, he just wants to do the right thing. He wants to take care of his people. He wants to take care of the ones he loves. And you quickly start to see that affinity and that love he has for his family, he begins to have for Mirage and Elena, and the Autobots in general. This movie's been challenging physically, I mean emotionally too. Like, again, we want to bring not just the action to this. We don't want just the action to be dynamic and exciting. And a part of that, you know, really, a part of that was, one, I wanted to do my own stunts. I was like, as many of these stunts as I can do, I'm gonna do them. And number two, it was like every single scene matters. There's no scene that does not matter. Every word matters. Every line matters. Like, again, something I love about Steven is he doesn't waste a word, not a moment, anything. And even if there aren't lines, there are lines. There are things happening. Where are the characters at emotionally all the time? Because the emotions they're gonna drive the actions. They're gonna drive the emotions are gonna drive the action in the film, right? This character's angry. This character's sad about this, so they're gonna fight, or this happens, or whatever. Or this person's gonna retreat. They're gonna hope, right? So it's all about where we're at emotionally, and we lead with that. And I think it's been a lot of work doing that and going the extra mile and doing the stunt training